Alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa man wala. Allahumma salli wa sallim wa barik ala abdika wa rasulika Sayyidina Muhammad. So last time, I think the last ayah was ayah number 14 or even 15. So now we are in ayah number 16. Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala says, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم وجاءوا أباهم عشاء يبكون. They came to your father in the time of Isha while they are crying. Okay, now we said that they took Yusuf to the depth of that well. They put him there. Now they came, but they came very late. Usually in that Bedouin society, the life will finish after Salatul Maghrib. Everyone before Salatul Maghrib will sit at home. As in all the villages in that society, even now the small villages. But they came very late. First thing Allah mentioned, Isha, very late. Very late for many reasons. Number one, they will try to pretend that they are crying. That fake tears that will work if it's darkness, Isha. But it's during the day, it's difficult to pretend that. Number two, Isha also, if their father told them, okay, go and look for Yusuf, they say, this is not a time. This is now all the wolves and all this. We can't go in this time. It's dangerous. Thirdly, we came late because we try our best to do, but unfortunately we can't do anything. So they came in that darkness. Yabkun. In Arabic language, he could say bakin. But he said yabkun with the present tense or present continuous. If you want good translation here. Why? It means before even they speak, before they open their mouth, they're just crying and keep crying. Because they want to pretend this play. They want to play this drama. So the first thing is just crying. What's going on? Crying again. What happened to Yusuf? Crying. Just crying. To make this is reasonable. Yabkun. Then after a while now, and their father, what happens? Start talking. قالوا يا أبانا إنا ذهبنا نستبق وتركنا يوسف عند متاعنا فأكله الذئب وما أنت بمؤمن لنا ولو كنا صادقين. قالوا يا أبانا. The first word, oh dad, oh beloved father. Even when they pretend, they will. So the first thing, إنا ذهبنا. We said before that every statement these brothers talk to their father always full with emphasis. Because they know they are liars. So we talked about that before. But now, إِنَّا ذَهَبْنَا نَسْتَبِقُ. He could say, إِنَّا إِسْتَبَقْنَا ذَهَبْنَا نَسْتَبِقُ. So we were busy with a lot of business in that, but when we try to collect this, we try to make fun for you, make the environment good for Yusuf. And Yusuf is just like the environment so much. So we try to make a race. Yusuf will enjoy that to see us while we are racing. And we put Yusuf in our stuff, and we went. فَأَكَلَهُ الذِّئْبُ. This is fa. It means suddenly the wolf came and took Yusuf. وَمَا أَنْتَ بِمُؤْمِنٍ لَنَا. But usually if the wolf will never eat a human being in one time. It's not a crocodile. That one time just wolf, it just will take that. If they run away, he maybe may hurt him. He maybe even kill him, but still some of his body there. But no, it just ate and that. So they saw all of this, and the wolf suddenly ate all Yusuf and nothing remained with his body. What's this? فَأَكَلَهُ الذِّئْبِ. This is crocodile, this is not dhib. فَأَكَلَهُ الذِّئْبِ. Because this is not reasonable. They say straight away, وَمَا أَنْتَ بِمُؤْمِنٍ لَنَا. We know you're not gonna believe us. Why you say that? He didn't speak yet. Just straight away. Even they know, oh, this is not. We know, even if we speak truth, you'll not believe us. Why they focus here always in you believe us or not believe us? He didn't say anything. But that's what in their head. The priority here is, will believe us or not? Is the play is good play or we وَلَوْ كُنَّا صَادِقِينَ. So here, a lesson here is, in your life, there's some people, they are expert in acting. Don't believe any tears. Don't believe anyone who pretend to play, because a human being very complicated. They can pretend in a way, and we live in the Hollywood time that the people now acting now people become professionals in this. So be careful. Don't trust everyone. Always be careful till you know, have long experience with these people. But not anyone who always crying, it means he is a victim. Even in your children, when one of them crying loudly, that doesn't mean he is the victim. Maybe he is the oppressor. Because a human being can do a lot. And nowadays, we live in a time that this has now become a job. A job. Acting now has just become a job. So it's easy for people now just to do that and pretend. Especially those people who met in the first time. You have to be very careful till you know, have experience with them. When you want to get married, be careful. Don't just meet is once time, oh, I feel in love. This is the best potential in the world. How do you know that? Just with one gathering? With one gathering? Don't be like that type of people who trust everyone in this world, and then they will get in trouble. And how many times that the people always who are very kind, they're very soft heart, they will get in this very easily. So be careful. لا يلدغ مؤمن في جحر مرتين. Prophet ﷺ said, if someone mock you one time, don't let him to do it again. Muslim is always be very watchful, careful with this. Then all this talking, that's even not enough. Allah said after that, وَجَاءُوا عَلَىٰ قَمِيصِهِ بِدَمٍ كَذِبٍ. They brought his shirt of Yusuf, and with the blood on it, fake blood. They pretend that this is the blood of the wolf. So maybe they go, and what they just catch is just the shirt. Nothing remains from the body except the shirt. I don't know why, how. But only the shirt. So is there anything remain of his body? Shirt. Only the shirt. So جاءوا على قميصه. And that qamis, the beauty of this story is qamis will repeat it 3 times in the story. Qamis is here, and qamis in the palace, and qamis in the end of the story. Let's make this story beautiful. Qamisi. Qamis in Arabic is not a shirt only. Shirt is a qamis. Thawb is a qamis. What you wear here is a qamis also. Can you stand up, please? 30 seconds. Stand up, stand up. Yes. This is qamis. This in Arabic is a qamis. Thank you. Not only the shirt is a qamis. This also is a qamis. So don't, just shirt is a modern qamis. There's a lot of fashion of qamis. So maybe a long qamis or short qamis, so that's all called qamis. وَجَاءُوا عَلَىٰ قَمِيصِهِ بِدَمٍ كَذِبٍ. It means also the criminal, the one who pretend, always try to bring some evidence. Because his priority they want Yaqub to believe in them. What did Yaqub said? After all this play, crying, and then talking a lot, he said just one statement. قال بل سولت لكم أنفسكم أمرا فصبر جميل والله المستعان على ما تصفون. He didn't argue with them. You know, for him, this is obvious. They just play. Number one, Yaqub, he know for certain that Yusuf will never die till the interpretation of the dream fulfilled. He know that for certain. So definitely, wolf doesn't eat Yusuf, because Yusuf saw a dream, and that dream will fulfill later. So he doesn't need to argue with them, because he know for yaqeen this is kadib. And he know now that trial he saw in the dream is started now. What can he do? He did his best. Now just in the hand of Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala. So he said, بَلْ سَوَّلَتْ لَكُمْ. No, but for certain you do something. You do a certain plan. فَصَبْرٌ جَمِيلٌ. This is one of the beautiful statements in the Quran. That Quran describes patience as beautiful. The word beautiful, jameel, in Quran is occurred maybe 7 times. Allah describes 4 things as a jameel, as a beautiful. And there is something in common in these 4 things. He said, فَصَبْرٌ جَمِيلٌ, beautiful patience. فَاصْفَحِ الصَّفْحَ الْجَمِيلِ, forgive, a beautiful forgiveness. فَهْجُرْهُمْ هَجْرًا جَمِيلًا, avoid them, a beautiful avoidance. فَسَرِّحُوهُنَّ سَرَاحًا جَمِيلًا, a beautiful divorce. 4 things. Beautiful patience, beautiful forgiveness, beautiful avoidance, beautiful divorce. Sorry, sisters, it's just Quran. So these 4 beautiful things, what is in common here? All these things involve with emotional pain. They are not easy. Divorce are not easy. Forgiveness not easy. Patience not easy. And avoidance not easy. All this also, your ego come up here, come out. Shaitan tell you, don't forgive. All these things, the person here go with the experience of maybe conflict, loss, injustice, betrayal. So he is in pain. And Allah said to his Prophet, فَاصْبِرْ صَبْرًا جَمِيلًا. Be patient, and a beautiful patience. What does beautiful patience mean? What does beautiful forgiveness, beautiful avoidance, beautiful divorce? Beautiful patience, it means there is no complaint to people, only to Almighty, with silence, with full trust in Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala. Beautiful forgiveness is when you forgive for the sake of Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala. No blaming, no bringing the past to the table, no just in putting the soul in the wounds. You just forgive in the sake of Allah. فَهْجُرْهُمْ هَجْرًا جَمِيلًا, avoid them, a beautiful avoidance, with no harm, with no slander. Just stepping back silently, quietly, when it's necessary, for the sake of Allah. Beautiful divorce, because always divorce is a place with the ego come out. With each spouse try to do something and abuse the other spouse. Allah said no. Sarahan jamila. Sarahan jamila, it means with dignity, with honor. No exposing each other. No exchanging for the harsh words. But instead, kindness remain. Even this, the chapter will close. But in common here, that your ego is always come out. Quran want to tell us, instead of or take revenge and always think about that, come and react and always remember that Allah is watching. When you remember that, everything will change. That can transform the soul. That can you change your behavior to the noble behavior. And it's not easy, but it's the characteristic of those Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala give high level of iman. So, Yaqub here said the statement twice in the story. Here, فَصَبْرٌ جَمِيلٌ وَاللَّهُ الْمُسْتَعَانُ عَلَى مَا تَصِفُونَ. Only Allah can help me. I seek isti'an, help only from Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. But the second time in the end of the story, when now they went to Egypt and now his second son, Binyamin, now lost, and they came and they said he's not, he said, فَصَبْرٌ جَمِيلٌ. But he adds something. عَسَى اللَّهُ أَن يَأْتِيَنِي بِهِ جَمِيعًا. Perhaps Allah will bring all of them. Why he add that in the end of the story? When the trial reached the highest level, that means that a strong sign that the ease is very close. When the tragedy is so, when you live in darkness, that means the ease, the hope is very close. So he opened the doors here. Perhaps Allah will bring them. فَصَبْرٌ جَمِيلٌ. And Yaqub, I admire the story of Yaqub in this story. You know, many Mufassirin focus on Yusuf. But always Yaqub here, it affects me a lot. Because every time Allah mentions Yaqub in this story, He will mention one of the attributes of Allah. Yaqub always talk with the names of Allah or the attributes of Allah. You have to know first that Yaqub, the tragedy of Yaqub, sometimes more than Yusuf himself. Yusuf left while he was young. And Allah Tabaraka Ta'ala revealed to him when he was in the well that this is Allah's plan. He grew up in a palace. A nice education, nice food, nice environment. And then he go to the jail. That's the hardest one when he go to the jail. But Yaqub left his beloved son for more than 25 years. And what makes that tragedy so strong? That the people they took Yusuf to that well, will live with Yaqub in these 25 years. Every single day they will see them. And he know that they are the cause of the problem. It's difficult. Also Yaqub knows that the interpretation will come one day. But when? He doesn't know. And that's a powerful lesson for every one of us. Oh Shaykh, I make dua a lot, but nothing happened. Subhanallah. Yaqub is waiting for 25 years. He knew no doubt that it will happen, but when? He doesn't know. And Allah let him wait for that years. And one of us nowadays, we make dua and wait for a few days. If nothing has happened, oh, I make a sincere dua. Just like we are awliya, mashallah, top awliya. Few days, nothing happened, what? Yaqub waiting for more than 20 years. Let me take you with a journey with Yaqub in this surah to see how his connection with his Lord. First time he mentioned in the beginning, as we said before, when Yusuf told him about the dream, he talked about Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. Inna rabbaka alimun hakim. O Yusuf, O my beloved son, your Lord is all-knowing, all-wise. Mention the names of Allah. Second time, here, فَصَبْرٌ جَمِيلٌ وَاللَّهُ الْمُسْتَعَانُ. I seek help only from Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. When they came from the Egypt, from the first journey, and they asked their father to let Binyamin to go with them, فَاللَّهُ خَيْرٌ حَافِظًا وَهُوَ أَرْحَمُ الرَّاحِمِينَ. Names of Allah again. Allah is the best guard, the best protector, and He is the most merciful. When they agree that He will give the permission to Binyamin to give them, He made a deal. لَتُؤْتُونِي مَوْثِقًا مِّنَ اللَّهِ. Said, وَاللَّهُ عَلَى مَا نَقُولُ وَكِيلٌ. Allah is our witnesses. O my beloved sons, go and don't enter from one door, from different doors. What did He say after that? إِنِ الْحُكْمُ إِلَّا لِلَّهِ عليه توكلت وعليه فليتوكل المتوكلون. I rely only on Allah, and let everyone to rely on Him. You always talk about the names of Allah. When Binyamin now stuck in Egypt, now they came without Binyamin, without the eldest one. فَصَبْرٌ جَمِيلٌ عَسَى اللَّهُ أَن يَأْتِيَنِي بِهِمْ جَمِيعًا إِنَّهُ هُوَ الْعَلِيمُ الْحَكِيمُ. In the beginning say إِنَّ رَبَّكَ عَلِيمٌ حَكِيمٌ, without emphasis. Here إِنَّهُ هُوَ. He is the only one knows everything. He is the only one has wisdom behind everything. And when he crying till he lose his sight, he said, إِنَّمَا أَشْكُو بَثِّي وَحُزْنِي إِلَى اللَّهِ. I only complain to my Lord. Look how his connection. And then he said to his, يا بني يذهبوا فتحسسوا من يوسف وأخيه ولا تيأسوا من روح الله. Don't lose hope. إنه لا ييأس من روح الله إلا القوم الكافرون. Every time Allah mentions Yaqub in this surah, He mentions some of the names of Allah. When He speaks, straight away the names of Allah come. What's the secret between him and Allah? That strong devotion. We need to learn from Yaqub that devotion, that secret. Names of Allah give you ability to see everything in this life from that angle. To see His names control everything in this life. That is Yaqub. And in the end of the story, when they came and they say, forgive us. قال سوف أستغفر لكم ربي إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. Subhanallah. So that's because, and that's out of his knowledge. That's why he said, إني أعلم من الله ما لا تعلمون. I have a knowledge. That knowledge is that connection with his Lord. So he says, فَصَبْرٌ جَمِيلٌ, that just teach us. So that's lesson for me and you. When you are in that trial, in that tribulation, in the depth of that darkness, when you react, be careful. Don't let your ego react, but react in the sake of Allah. فَصَبْرٌ جَمِيلٌ. So that's Yaqub alayhi salam. And then here now, this ayah number 18 is the last ayah that now is Allah Ta'ala talk while all the story now is in Palestine. From ayah 19, the story will move to Egypt till the end. The end will have one ayah in Palestine. Because now Yusuf, they throw him in the well, the depth of that, and they say ghayabatul jub, ghayab, in the depth. To make that ghayabatul jub, that's a statement for every one of us. Every human being in one level of your life will go through ghayabatul jub. you'll be in that job. When the problem, when the difficulty is so hard, you see just the walls of that well. But outside there's a caravan, there's a good news came only for you. Just trust Allah. When you trust Him, you will believe that good news will come, no doubt. That caravan, Allah said, بالبشرى سيارة قالوا يا بشرى. Bushra is good news. It means everyone who is in the well, in that darkness, He always good news for you. But some people, they have trust in Allah. They're waiting for that. Some people thought that everything is just for luck in this life. Ayah number 19. وجاءت سيارة فأرسلوا واردهم فأدلى دلوه قال يا بشرى هذا غلام وأسروه بضاعة والله عليم بما يعملون. سيارة, it means caravan. Sayyara is not car, not BMW or Toyota or. Sayyara nowadays in Arabic, modern Arabic, it means a car. That's a profound lesson here. When you come to the Quran, you have to treat the book of Allah in the Arabic that revealed to that time, not to the Arabic in modern time. For example, everyone loves coffee. What's coffee in Arabic? Qahwa. Qahwa in old Arabic means khamr. If you open any dictionary, any old dictionary, when you ask any companion of the Prophet ﷺ, you said, I drink qahwa, he will say, A'udhu billah. No doubt. Because qahwa for them means khamr. And it's a lot in their poetry. وَالْقَهْوَةُ الصَّهْبَاءُ. And even they mention the color of qahwa, كَعَيْنِ الدِّيك, just like the eye of the chicken. What's dik? Huh? Duck? Rooster. Okay, rooster. The eye of rooster, that color is the best color of khamr for Arab. It's a lot in poetry. So when you say qahwa, that for them means qahm. If you say, oh, I drink qahwa, a'udhu billah. Because our modern language, qahwa, it means just coffee. That also will relate it to the fiqh. So nowadays, when the mobile phone, if you take a picture of your mobile phone, okay, you now made tasweer. Tasweer in their language is different. Rasulullah said, لَعَنَ اللَّهُ الْمُصَوِّرِينَ. May Allah curse musawwirin. Musawwir in our modern times, photographer. Oh, you know, Rasulullah curse you. Because I read it in a hadith. لَعَنَ اللَّهُ الْمُصَوِّرِينَ. Musawwir means this. But musawwir is in our modern language, not musawwir there. Because musawwir there primary is those who will build the statue, the asnam and all this. That's musawwir. So, I mean, the language of wahi sometimes different than the language, because every language has sometimes changes. So here sayyara come from sayr, come from walking, from traveling. Because usually caravan traveling from place to place. So they call it sayyara. وَجَاءَتْ سَيَّارَةٌ فَأَرْسَلُوا straight away, because they are in need of water. So they send one of them, واردهم, the one who will bring the water. فَأَدْلَى. This statement, he is very thirsty. So the bucket is there, but that young boy, he just jumped in that bucket. So instead of that water, Ya Bushra, he forget about water. He was thirsty. Now he was hungry for money. Ya Bushra, hada ghulam. Ghulam means young boy. وَأَسَرُّوهُ بِضَاعَةً. The first plan come to their mind, this is merchandise. We'll sell him. Because that time, slavery is everywhere. And even when asarru, maybe the head of that caravan doesn't know that. Maybe he's just shot some poor people, want to take advantage of him. Will not even let the head of the caravan to know that. So, وَقَالَ يَا بُشْرَى. But just يَا بُشْرَى means also this slavery that time, that they take advantage of this and sell him as a merchandise. Sometimes slavery literally, not in the world nowadays, but slavery can come from different shapes. What happened to a lot of employees in many countries, it's just type of slavery. When they work so hard with some pennies that they can't even do their necessities, that's a type of slavery. That's why a lot of hadith for Rasulullah to take care of employees, take care of the servant, take care of these vulnerable people, because it's very important. Sometimes slavery comes with different shape. If you know pornography and what is in this industry, that's type of slavery. That many women it's just they treat them as merchandise also. So here they said, we will sell him to Egypt because we want to go there. Maybe he's from here, from nearby. But look what Allah said. How Quran always comment about every ayah and link that with the names of Allah. Wallahu alimun bima ya'malun. Allah is knowing what they do. It's very important ayah. What time adhan al-isha? 10? 4 past 10, the adhan. And the salah? Oh, okay. So Allah said, Wallahu alimun bima ya'malun. Just when they took that young boy, will sell him in Egypt as a slave. No one is witness that. Allah Almighty said, Allah knows everything. Allah is watching. Very powerful. It's a lesson for us. Nothing in this world just happens suddenly. Nothing. None leaf falls down, or teeth coming out, or step you will take. All of this is under the control of Allah Tabaraka Ta'ala. All of this is out of His knowledge and wisdom. So these people just playing also a role of divine story. There's a divine story here. They're just playing that role. Don't think ever that anything here is suddenly. Every job you take in your life, every person you meet, every country you travel to, every conversation you have with a person, every incident in your life, there is a wisdom behind it. It's just a play for divine story. That's why the believer always reflect when he meets someone, when he changes job, when he travels to that country. Believers always sit with themselves and reflect upon their life. Because look, they thought it just and they will sell him to Egypt. Why? Because the divine story wants Yusuf to go to Egypt and to sell to the prime minister and to raise in that palace and to grow up and to change the Egypt in whole. Can you imagine? And they thought, it's just a boy, we'll take him there. That's also happened with us. Every chapter in our life is just like this. Even the miserable life you go through, sit down and take the lessons. Don't regret. Don't stay in the past and say, why this happened to thee? It's for wisdom. You just need to open your eyes with reflection and take lessons. That's it. Because Allah is control everything. He will repeat this again after 2 ayahs. وَشَرَوْهُ بِثَمَنٍ بَخْسٍ دَرَاهِمَ مَعْدُودَةٍ وَكَانُوا فِيهِ مِنَ الزَّاهِدِينَ. Ayah number 20. شَرَوْهُ, it means they sell him. We have اشترى and we have شرى. Just one word. اشترى, شرى. اشترى, it means buy. شرى, it means sell. اشترى is more letters. Because when you buy, this is difficult. You will pay money. But when you sell, you'll be very happy. Because you got money. So it's just few words. But اشترى, and that's a lot in Arabic language. If something there is a bit difficulty, it will add more letters. Just like in the story of Surah Al-Kahf. سأنبئك بتأويل ما لم تستطع. Khadir said to Musa, I will tell you what you can't understand. When he told him everything, he said, ذلك تأويل ما لم تستطع. He removed one letter. Because now it's easy for Musa, everything is easy. Before is difficult. So that ta comes just for ishtara, shara. Because selling, people love selling. That's why Allah talk about the believers. لا تلهيهم تجارة ولا بيع. Selling does not prevent them, business and selling. He didn't mention buying. Because when you buy, you'll give your money. But when you sell, you receive money. Even receiving money doesn't prevent them from going to the mosque. So he say here, but the main question here is why Allah mentioned this ayah. You may think this is insignificant. They sell Yusuf with few dirhams, handful coins. And وَكَانُوا فِيهِ مِنَ الزَّاهِدِينَ. They didn't see any value in Yusuf. Why this ayah is here in the Quran that we recite in Qiyamul Layl? Because every ayah has lesson. And there's a profound lesson here in this one ayah. They didn't see the value in Yusuf. If they imagine that this boy will change the future of Egypt, will they sell him with this handful coins? They have a treasure, extraordinary character, future, a prophet, and they didn't see that value. Darahim ma'duda. In this dunya, you'll experience, especially on travel, people will not see your value. They will treat you as normal person. They will not see your value. It doesn't matter what people see in you. The matter is what Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala, how Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala. What's your value in the sight of Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala? That's the most important. They sell him as a few coins, and in the heavens, Yusuf is a prophet, treasure. So don't let the marketplace of the people opinions to define your value. Don't rely on what people will say about me. If you say you are this, so you believe in that. Don't ever believe in that. So they narrated that Thomas Edison, the famous one who invent more than 1,176 inventions, when he went to the school, his teacher say, you are stupid. Your head is so big, you can't understand anything. So he came to his mother and said he will see that teacher. And his mother believed in Edison. Look now at Edison and that teacher. So when people say something about you, that doesn't mean it's the reality. Don't rely on people's opinion. Believe in yourself and rely on Almighty. Rasulullah ﷺ told us about this. رُبَّ أَشْعَثَ أَغْبَرَ ذِي طِمْرَيْنِ لَوْ أَقْسَمَ عَلَى اللَّهِ لَأَبَرَّهُ. Said, awliyaullah, sometimes you see a man in the street, cleaning that street in back home. He dress very You see, this man is nothing. Rasulullah said, maybe that man is the best man in the whole city in the eyes of Allah. Maybe he's a big wali, but you don't know. Don't judge the book from the cover. You don't know, because the qulub, the hearts, is in the hands of Allah. So you can't tell this is more pious because he has a long beard, because he's dressed a nice thawb, because he give a lecture. That's nothing. Because Allah said very explicitly, "Inna akramakum inda Allahi atqakum." And Rasulullah said, "At-taqwa hahuna, at-taqwa hahuna." Taqwa al-qulub. Piety is in the heart, and no can one see what is in the heart. So don't judge people first that this is pious, this is more pious. Piety, no one will know it except Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala. And also don't let people to judge you and then believe in them. If they say you are like this so and so, so you believe in that, you will destroy yourself. Believe in yourself and rely on Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala. وَكَانُوا فِيهِ مِنَ الزَّاهِدِينَ. They don't know that treasure. Subhanallah. وَشَرَوْهُ بِثَمَنٍ بَخْسٍ دَرَاهِمَ مَعْدُودًا. When he said darahim, when he go to the Egypt, he mentioned darahim. But in the story now, those people will come from the Bedouin, Palestine that time. They will not bring a darahim, coins. They will bring crops. That indicate historical indication of what's the status of civilization in Egypt that time and in Palestine that time. Because in any Bedouin, usually that time they don't use coins. No, they just, what do you call in English? نظام المقايضة. Exchange, but there is a word. Yes, what's it? Barter. Yes, that's the word. I study economy in Arabic. Okay, that's barter, that's in Bedouin. But when you come to a society now in high, no, now you have coins. That's another historical indication. And in this story of Yusuf, you will find a lot of this. We'll come across this. That's just darahim. Why he mentioned that? To indicate also the level of civilization that time. And he said darahim ma'dudah. It means this is now a coins. And they count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And Rasulullah when he came to Medina, when he don't establish his state, he wanted that state to have that good civilization. So that's why the first thing he did, he said, set the balance. He said, al-mikyalu mikyaluha al-madina wal-mizanu mizanu al-makkah. He said that we have to have a standard here. You have a lot of coins from Byzantine, from Persia. No, we have to have a standard. The people of Mecca is better than the people of Medina in this because they are businessmen. Not like the people of Medina, they are just farmers. So he said, set the wazn, the weight of that coins. And when he come to the agriculture, he say, no, we'll go to the standard of Medina because they are farmers. You want to set that. And he also said that if anyone try to break the coins that is in that, this is one of the major sin. Man kasara sikkat al-muslimin. That lead to the Muslims to establish their own coins very early. 73, in Abdul Malik ibn Marwan, this is the first coin, Muslim coin, is still now in the museum in Turkey. You can see this, you can see in the internet. They still now. So this is now just historical indication. Now Yusuf came to the palace. وقال الذي اشتراه من مصر لامرأته أكرمي مثواه عسى أن ينفعنا أو نتخذه ولدا وقال الذي اشتراه من مصر. The one who bought Yusuf from Egypt said to his wife, أكرمي مثواه. I think time is limited. Next time you say, he said لامرأته. He didn't say لأهله. He didn't say لزوجه. Quran use all these words very carefully. Because his امرأته, it means زوجه, it means there's something very close relationship. But when you say امرأة, وامرأة نوح وامرأة لوط, why امرأة نوح, not زوج لوط, not زوج نوح? Because they are from different religion. That also indicates there's also a gap between this wife and the Aziz. And that we'll talk about it next lesson. So just indication, لامرأته. Okay, what did he say? أكرمي مثواه, take care of him. عسى أن ينفعنا, maybe we take benefit of him. Maybe see he's very smart, he's the most beautiful boy. أو نتخذه ولدا, we adopted him. Either the adoption is common that time, or that Aziz doesn't have any children. So this is now, especially this is very handsome boy. عسى أو نتخذه. Again, Allah said, وكذلك مكنا. They play something, and Allah plans is different. Allah brought him to the palace. Allah said here, وكذلك مكنا ليوسف. The plan now started now, when he came to the palace. Here he will learn the strategic of the politician in the palace. Now he will learn the language of elite that time. Now he know how they think, how they make decisions. Now he will know different levels, the servants in the palace, the woman in high class. Allah said here, وَلِنُعَلِّمَهُ مِن تَأْوِيلِ الْأَحَادِيثِ. Why here? Because he didn't say dream, he said ahadith. As we said before, speech in general. What's the speech of high class, of servants, of elite? Yusuf will learn all of this because he will change from the top. So he said, وَكَذَلِكَ وَلِنُعَلِّمَهُ مِن تَأْوِيلِ الْأَحَادِيثِ. Allah said, وَاللَّهُ غَالِبٌ عَلَىٰ أَمْرِهِ وَلَكِنَّ أَكْثَرَ النَّاسِ لَا يَعْلَمُونَ. Amazing. Again, he reminds us. Don't look at the picture, Aziz bought that, and that Mra'atu, his wife. These all just playing the role in the divine story. Allah is over-dominant. But many people, they don't know. Many people, they thought this life is just random. Only the strong believers, they know that there is a wisdom behind everything. So here Allah mentioned tamkeen, makkanna Yusuf, which inshallah we'll tackle next time. But he mentioned this ayah only twice. When he came to the palace, and when he became the head of the palace. That shows us that tamkeen, this is a Quranic word. Allah said to the believers, if they believe in Allah and His Messenger, and go follow the path of Allah, Allah will give them tamkeen. They will have power in this earth and govern the earth in the path of Allah. That tamkeen will come gradually, not overnight. He mentioned the tamkeen in the beginning and the end to tell us a profound lesson. If you want tamkeen, work on it and believe it's come gradually. You have to work hard and gradually it will come. As he did with Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, gradually till after 20 years, he conquered Mecca. And after 22 years, the whole Arabia became Muslims. وَلِنُعَلِّمَهُ مِن تَأْوِيلِ الْأَحَادِيثِ وَاللَّهُ غَالِبٌ عَلَىٰ أَمْرِهِ. Allah is dominant over everything, but many people, they don't know. Okay. وقال الذي اشتراه من مصر لامرأته. The word مصر in Quran sometimes come with tanween, sometimes without tanween. اهبطوا مصرا. You know tanween? To fatha, to dhamma. اهبطوا مصرا. This is tanween or not? Tanween. قال الذي اشتراه من مصر. Tanween or not? Whenever in Quran, مصر without tanween means Egypt. But if it's with tanween, means any country. Because in Arabic, Misr means city, means country. Misr in Arabic means any country. Any country called Misr. Al-Amsar means countries or cities. But 4 times in Quran, Allah mentioned Misr without tanween means the Egypt. But when he say ihbitu Misran in Baqarah, that doesn't mean Egypt, because they left Egypt. So that's because mamnu' min as-sarf. So limra'atihi akrimi mathwahu asa an yanfa'ana. Don't remember this mathwahu. Now in ayah number 21, there is a shift here. There is many years now will pass. How do we know that? Allah will said in number 22, وَلَمَّا بَلَغَ أَشُدَّهُ آتَيْنَاهُ حُكْمًا وَعِلْمًا وَكَذَلِكَ نَجْزِي الْمُحْسِنِينَ. لَمَّا بَلَغَ أَشُدَّهُ. When he now became adult. Means that what happened in these years in the palace? We don't know. And this is the strategy of Quran. You let us to think, to reflect. Because this is the story of any human being. He came as a young boy. They are very happy with him. The prime minister say, take care of him. This is maybe we will adopt the child. That means take care, take care. He will have a good education. He will live in very nice room. He will have access to everything in that palace. That's akrimi mathwah. Till he now become adults and learn all of this, because that ta'wil ahadith. What will happen then when he become adult? That's the next chapter, next time, inshallah. Allahu alam wa sallallahu ala abdi rasul sayyidina. After the adhan, we will open the questions, inshallah. He asked that Yaqub said to, when they came with that shirt with blood, he said to his sons that your soul encourage you to do that. And in the beginning of story, he said to the Yusuf, don't let your brothers to know that shaitan will abuse them. So why this? Okay, in the first time, he doesn't talk to them directly. He talk about them. But here he talked to them. There's a big difference. When he talked to them, you can't say, oh, shaitan. If you have a criminal, okay, and you say to them, you know, it's just your shaitan. It's not you. You are a good person. It's not your shaitan. Will not work. But when you talk behind him, and you have dua for him, may Allah guide him, his shaitan is so strong, guide him. But you don't say to the criminal, you should know. You say you. Because every human being has his own responsibility. So as a human being, shaitan encourages us, but that's not an excuse. We will take the responsibility. But we know also when we talk about someone, and we love hidayah for him, we said his shaitan is strong. Try to make excuse for him. Yes. Zamir, Hasant. That's good reflection. He said that when those people in the caravan, they took Yusuf and they tried to hide Yusuf even from the head of the caravan, because they want then and eventually they sell him with the few coins, because they hide him and they don't want anyone, even the head, okay, will sell him in anything because they want to get rid of him. That's good reflection. Why Yaqub didn't investigate what happened to Yusuf? Okay, that's a good question. Number one, it's too late. It's Isha and Yabkun. In that Bedouin society, if you are now, they went from the morning and they said that the wolf ate him in the Dhuhr time, for example, and then the Isha, there's no way in that society that you will find a boy there. That's number one. Number two, Yaqub has a revelation that Yusuf will go through a lot of trials. You know that for certain. When they came, they just know now, trial now started. Trial now started. So he said, Wallahu al-musta'an wa alamat. Oh Allah, I did my best. You told me he will start trial. Give me help to be patient. Allahu alam. Okay, tawakkul is something in the heart. It means it's a thought first. It's perception. It's conception. what come to your mind. I mean, you believe certainly that everything in the hands of Allah tabarak wa ta'ala. So you rely on Him. Whatever happened outside, that's not out of His hands. That's His plan. So the only one who controls everything, I will rely on Him. So tawakkuf first start with belief. Belief system is the number one. Okay? After that, after this belief, thought or feeling, as you said, come. Depend to that belief. So when something happens, Hasbi Allah wa ni'mal wakil. Because of that iman, you'll have a sense of sweetness, of comfort, of relief because of that belief. So it's a combination of these things. And also, you do your best, but you know the plans of Allah is always will dominate. No, not me talk about the khamr itself, about the coffee. Coffee, Muslims are the first people who discovered the coffee in Ethiopia, before Yemen. And when they discovered that, they give it first to their goats and sheep. They realized that they are awake and very active. So they said, this is amazing. And usually the zuhad and the awliya, they love coffee because they can stay awake all the night for qiyamul layl. But when they realized that coffee also have some effect, that somebody can't sleep sometime, then they start talk about, is that right? Is that makruh? But no one says it's haram. They just discuss if it's makruh or not. But no, they know this is just mutaakhirin, the late fuqaha. The old fuqaha, they never discuss about qahwa. Good. Look, when I said trust someone, means you will involve with him with business. You will, he will come to your house regularly, for example. You will put some trust on him and you left, for example. That's what means trust. I don't talk about the relationship that you will meet hundreds of people every day, you smile and you have, that's not the trust. That's just, but trust means you will go deep in that relationship. If you want to go deep in that relationship, you have to be very careful. You have to be very careful. Just not to regret it. Okay, you are right. The vast majority of Mufassirin, their books is full of something from scripture and they talk about a lot of details. I personally didn't mention any of these details because I don't believe in that. I believe in that we should avoid this completely. And it's not a good source for that because Allah told us that they change a lot. So we don't know what they are right, what they are wrong. But those gaps that it just Quran moved to the human being, to our, because this is a story of any human being. We can expect some indication, historical indication, some psychological indication, some sociological indication, because this is, we can fill these gaps with this. We don't need these details. That's just my opinion. Is there any details? There's a lot. Especially in these two ayahs when they act. There's a lot of details. But I personally don't like to go with these details. Allahu a'lam, sallallahu ala abdi rasul sayyidina.